I am very tempted to open it up and have a look, but I just don't want to expose it to air, so I'm not going to do that right now. We did add a little bit of extra yeast nutrients, and I'm hoping that has had an effect, though nothing really happened in the bubbler. I can add an extra little bit of yeast, so I may actually switch to adding in some of the Lalvin EC1118, which is a nice champagne yeast. I wonder if something with a little bit of a higher alcohol tolerance would be beneficial. It's quite hard to know whether that starting gravity that I had was a bit of a problem. So for now, I'm going to leave it alone though. I don't want to open it up unnecessarily, and it does need a little bit longer with the extra sort of ingredients that are being added in secondary. So for now, I can't see what's going on, and I'm going to leave it alone.
This time I'm also adding the kitchen sink. Cyser, day 41. There is quite literally nothing to see in this plastic jug.
Cyser day 53. No pressure in the airlock, and because it's a white jug, nothing to see. This is Cyser day 67. We're back to racking for the Cyser. Now, it is with some trepidation that I open this, but I haven't looked inside since all that mucking about putting my cutlery in to try and hold down the fruit. So fingers crossed there's no contaminations in there, and what I open up here isn't a complete disaster. Assuming that's not the case though, today's plan is to actually move this into a third phase of racking. Removing it from all of the fruit. Now, the problem I think I'm going to have is, although this is a 3.8 litre, slightly smaller vessel, the problem I'm still going to have is going to be headspace, potentially because after all this fruit's been in there, I'm going to be left with less than I expected. With that in mind, I have a plan. I have some of these, and if necessary, these glass beads can be put in the bottom to raise up the level and reduce the headspace. So I am prepared should that be the case. The other problem I had last time is the gravity hadn't really reached the point I was expecting. So effectively it was still quite high, and it does raise the question, did the fermentation stall? So we are going to take a hydrometer reading today to see where it's got to. I'm not anticipating that it's going to have changed or changed significantly. And with that in mind, I'm going to give it a second shot. And this I've been giving some thought, should I, shouldn't I? But 1046 seems quite high. So I have mixed up a yeast starter here, and I've used Lalvin EC1118, which is a quite neutral yeast. So this should give me a second chance to see if we can get a little bit more alcohol out of the mead. And EC1118, that's a mouthful, does have a higher ABV that it can go to. So we'll see how that goes. Given that we're putting it into a nice clean sanitized vessel, starting the next phase from a point of view of let's just start again, that should work fine. So I'm a little nervous, but let's have a look inside. Well, nothing bad. That's a good sign. Ooh, lovely apple smell. Also a good sign. Those bits on top are dried orange peel. Nothing more serious than that. Great. We are looking good. Once again, the sweet aroma is amazing. This is going to be incredible, I think. Fingers crossed. I've been sanitizing stuff all morning, so my hands are very sanitized. well, I can get my colouring back. This is a tried and trusted step. There seem to be a consistency. Well, this Cyser's keeping me on my toes. That is now at 1064, in fact. Now, for accuracy, I would probably have to go and check what we were last time. But it does seem to have gone up, which probably is a natural occurrence because of the fruit we added. So I'm glad I mixed that yeast starter. That definitely feels like the right move. The aroma is incredible here, that combination of honey and apples. So this is going to be amazing. So exciting it is. I mixed this starter only 20 minutes ago. Lovely warm water. Cyser, Brew. I actually spilled the bucket, there was a bit more than that, but a bit of sediment in there. Woohoo! I've got my spoons back!